I know I struggled with this. Algebra was a interesting struggle. So I put together this video to help folks that struggle with algebra use ChatGPT to get some answers and some help. So I want you to be successful and understand how to use algebra and when you should use it, and this guide should help you do that. You're not alone. Plenty of people struggle with understanding how to do algebra. If you have a little bit of patience and some practice, you'll be successful. We're going to help you get both. Learn algebra and be confident about it. So algebra is a puzzle. Like a puzzle, it has numbers, symbols, and letters. The letters represent the unknown, what you're solving for. And the building blocks, like I said, are numbers, operations, and variables. Operations are the actual math that you're going to do: add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Numbers, you know what those are, and variables are the unknowns. Variables typically a letter, and that is the what you solve for. So you'll see in the equations that we do that there'll be a letter that you solve for, and it can be more than one letter in the equation. So in this equation, x plus 5 equals 9. X is the variable. So you solve for x. And in this case, you subtract 9 from 5. And you solve an equation when the variable when you know what the variable is. In other words, when you make the equation true, when you know what the variable is. So here's a simple equation: x plus 3 equals 7. So 7 minus 3 equals 4. So x equals 4. And here's an example of practicing together. And down here, I give you the answer. I'm not going to do this all the time. You're going to have to figure out some of them on your own. So the idea is that an equation has to be balanced on both sides. So in this particular instance, you've got 2 rows of 5. And in this one, you've got 2 rows of 3. But this has to equal this. So if you add 3, 4, 5, you come up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the equation is balanced. So in 2x plus 3 equals 7, you subtract 3 from both sides. So once again, you want to balance the equation. Then you divide by 2 to come up with the answer. 0. 0 is just a number that doesn't have a value. So if you subtract 0 from 5, that means you're taking nothing from 5. So the value of x would still be 5. So here we go. X plus 0 equals 5. Well, x plus 0, if you're not adding anything to x, then x has to be equal to 5. Inequalities show that one side is greater than the other. Use the less than, greater than or equal to, and less than equal to. And the trick to remembering this is where the triangle is pointed is less than. So in x greater than 3, x can be any number greater than 3. Pretty straightforward. 2x less than or equal to 10. What is x? Here's an example, and here's a solution. You want to isolate x with both sides by 2. Therefore, the solution to the inequality, 2x less than 10, is 5. X is less than 5. So in this particular example, x can be any real number less than or equal to 5. Fractions are just division. So all you do is do the division first. Here's an example to solve x divided by 2 equals 3. Multiply both sides by 2, and you get 6. So in this case, you multiply both sides by 3. So in this case, the answer would be 12. You want to practice. You get better at doing things when you practice them. So use ChatGPT to help you. In this case, we'll give you the answer 10 divided by 5 equals 2. So you can see how that works. Distributive property allows you to multiply a number by a group of numbers added together like this. A, B plus C equals AB plus AC. So whatever this is, you're adding A to both sides. So here it is in action. 2x plus 3 equals 2x plus 6. You distribute the 2 to both sides, to both x and 3. So 2 plus 3 equals 5, and x plus 6. And here's the answer. You solve this. Um, Multiply 3 by each term. 3 times y plus 3. And that simplifies it. 3y plus 50 plus 12 equals 15. Subtract the 2. Anyway, that's the answer. Word problems can be tricky, but they're just examples of real life situations turned into equations. So break them down step by step. Here's an example. You have 3 times as many apples as your friend who has 4. So your friend has 4 apples. How many apples do you have? It's funny. It's easier for me to do word problems in my head um, than it is to do other types of problems. If you spend $2 on a snack and have $8 left, how much did you spend? How much did you start with? Well, that's pretty, you spent 2, you got $8 and change. Um, that math is pretty easy. It's easy to make mistakes when you're using algebra because of the combination of letters, variables, and operations. So take your time, double check your work, um, especially with signs and operations. To be successful at algebra practice, man, just try some algebra problems. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask ChatGPT questions. Ask your teacher questions. Um, Break down the problem into smaller steps. Remember, algebra is a series of steps, and if you can break them down, you can do them. And listen, man, nobody gets this immediately. Or I should say, few people get this immediately. If you do, great, wonderful. If you don't, keep going. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. We think that AI is important. This is only the tip of a really big iceberg. So don't forget to like and share and comment and let us know how we're doing. Thanks again. See you in the next video.